Hello everyone, how are you tonight? Welcome to Zimmy Simple Designs. I'm Robin. If you see the little red live light, you've caught me live. If not, you're watching the replay. Please type in #replay. Let me know where you're watching from so I can say hello to you. Welcome, welcome. See if I can pull myself up. I did pop on a few minutes early. Let's see, here we are. How is everyone? A few minutes. Well, not sure if anybody's going to come on tonight. Right here. Hello, hello. I don't know if I'm just not seeing comments. Or if it's being really slow. Well, welcome, welcome. I'm going to go ahead and get started. See if anybody pops on. We're going to make a cute little snow hat. My husband cut this out for me. It's just the shape of a little snow hat. And then this is the little cuff around it when you fold it up. I don't know if I have people on or not. And we are going to Mod Podge this evening. I've kind of got this distressed, it's kind of a blue color. I don't know if you can tell. Hi Lori, how are you? This blue color, kind of a blue color. It's kind of a distressed. I got it out of this book. It's Distressed Floral from Hobby Lobby. I did not pay that much. Hello, hello, how are you? Thank you for sprinkling. I got it at Hobby Lobby. I didn't pay that much for it. I got it when it was on sale. You still there? You can't hear me? I turned got my mic in. Can you hear me any better? Huh. Can you hear me, Lori? Maybe you'll have to go out and come back in. No? Can you hear me, Lori? I may have to go out and come back in. Okay, you can hear me now? Okay. Alright. Anyway, we got this little snow hat. My husband cut it out. This will be the little band that goes around the base of it. And I'm not going to do a whole lot of painting. I'm just going to paint the edge because, like I said, we're going to Mod Podge this fabric, this scrapbook paper on there. And we are going to put some little fabric on there and make a cute little bow tassel for the top of it. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Actually, I think we'll trace this out first, and then I'll paint, because I'm just going to paint the edge of it in this blue, because I'm only going to put this on the top. So we'll get this going. Get this traced out. And the other part, I'm going to use one of those microfiber cloths that you get at Dollar Tree that I've coffee stained. I thought that would be kind of fun to put it around the bottom part of it like it's folded up. Anyway, how was everybody's day today? I had a busy day. My grandson was here today. I watched him for my daughter, and he kept me on my toes. So I'm a little tired. I'm a little tired tonight. I'm going to sand the edges, so I'm not going to get too perfect with this. Hello, Evelyn. How are you this evening? How are you? And I am going to go ahead and wax the edge because I am going to sand the edge just a little bit. Because I am going to put a little, I'm going to use the Tim Holtz Distress Oxide on there and kind of stain the edges a little. So that's all we're going to do. And I think I'm going to go around this edge too with it and do the blue to kind of coordinate with the rest of the hat. So, everybody have a good day today. Like I said, I'm not going to do a whole lot of painting, and I'm using Breezy Blue from Nicole with Afraid Not. Hi Diane, how are you this evening? She makes her own chalk paint, and I'm going to use this Breezy Blue tonight on the edge, just the edge, this outer edge on both of these. That's all I'm going to do. And then we'll Mod Podge this. This probably won't take really long. I didn't plan anything real detailed tonight because I wasn't sure how I'd be feeling. I knew I was going to have my grandson, and I didn't want to get too involved. So, I'm good. How are you, Diane? Hope you had a good day. Hope everybody had a good day. I was busy. He is a character when he's feeling good. He will keep you busy. I had him a month or so ago, and he was pretty mellow and quiet, but he wasn't feeling the best. So today he kept me busy. So what did you guys do today? Other than that, I didn't do much of anything. I got a couple of packages ready to be mailed out. Also, this is a little wood kit if you're interested. It's just the two little wood pieces. You guys still there? My Wi-Fi is acting up tonight. I'm wondering if Facebook is being wonky tonight. It's hard to say. Hope you guys can still hear me. And we're going to give this a quick, real quick. And I'm not going to. Hello, Michelle. How are you? Okay, all good now? Okay. Sorry about that. Like I said, I don't know what's going on with it. I know that I was watching Stephanie was was on Rust Covered Cottage for Christina this morning. I was watching her, and all of a sudden, nothing. She was gone. And she wound up having to log back on. So I know that Facebook's been doing some strange things today. So I don't know. Anyway, we're going to dry this up just a little. And I am, like I said, I am going to sand this. And we're going to distress it a little. I was busy cleaning floors. Oh my. Well, it sounds like you were busy, Lori. How's your back doing? Hopefully you're doing better. Alright. I'm gonna... I thought I got one. Yep, here it is. I am gonna sand this just a tiny bit. And then I'll... there, and this one, and this will go pretty good with that scrap of paper I picked. I didn't really want to, I kind of wanted it to look winter. So, alright. Now we got that, and this is the paper I have. And I got it out of one of those. Yeah, I understand that. I do the same thing. I have 3 bulging discs, and I tend to start to feel better, and then I overdo and regret it. So I completely understand. Anyway, we're going to Mod Podge this down. Yeah, hey, yep, I've been there. Yep, you can only stand it for so long, and when I worked, I had to be really careful. Hello, Tina, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Sometimes it would go out on me, and I'd still go to work, and I would tell them that I can only lift so much, but of course I didn't always do that. Knock on wood, I haven't had a problem in a while, so I've been fortunate. So, okay, we're going to get this on here. And then I'm going to dry it just a little. This is really pretty paper. That book has some really pretty. Yeah, they don't always clean it the way we do. That's for sure. Kind of like your kids. They don't seem to get it quite as clean as you want it to be. And I usually don't iron. I know a lot of people do the iron-on method. I don't. I'll just take the heat gun and dry it just a little. You know, it's all in what you prefer. Keep getting kicked out. Sorry guys, I don't know what's going on with my Wi-Fi. Hopefully it holds out till I get this done. Let's give this a quick dry, and then we'll sand it. I am doing good, Tina. I am good. Alright, that's probably good. want to Mod Podge the top of that or not. So now I'm just going to take my 80 grit sandpaper and I'm going to sand these edges off and clean this up. And this will take a little bit. I got some stuff I got to go out and sand. And I got some things sanded yesterday before I had my grandson that my husband cut out for me. A couple of little things that I sold. A couple of kits. So I have been a little busy the last couple days, but that's a good thing, I guess. Staying busy. Got that Mod Podge right in front of us. There we go. Did you guys have dinner? We ate. I did a quick dinner tonight before I came live. I actually did dinner. A lot of times when I go live, we kind of fend for ourselves. But I did put some dinner together. Bad part about that scrapbook paper in those books, it's pretty thick paper. It takes a little bit longer. There we go. And we'll get this edge. Sorry guys, I'm concentrating, I guess. Alright. Got that done. Well, hello Kathy, how are you? How have you been? So, I've got to turn that on. I'm going to clean my mess up here so I don't make a bigger mess, because that's what I would do. And I'm doing well. A little tired, but I'm doing good. Alright, we're gonna kind of put this back down, and I'm gonna go ahead and put a coat of this Mod Podge on top and seal this. And like I said, I do have plans for the other piece. We're gonna put a piece of this fleece, or what do they call it, microfiber, kind of fuzzy material. I wanted it kind of winter looking. Alright, we'll move this out of the way and let it dry. my microfiber fleece here that I've coffee stained, and I'm gonna lay it out on here, and I think I'm just gonna kind of cut around it and then get it glued on here and then trim it up. Hi, Lizette. How are you this evening? Alrighty. So we've got that. Hopefully, yeah, my glue gun's hot. So I'm just gonna hot glue this onto here, and then I'll trim it out, and then we'll maybe I never know. Give it a minute. Yep, I am. I'm doing good. Doing good. Alright. And I'm going to use the Tim Holtz. I like this one. It's ground coffee. And we're going to go around this edge. I don't think this is quite hot enough. Let's see. Maybe I can. There we go. Get what I can. We'll dry this up just a little, and I'm going to go around and distress this edge. Well, hello, Joan. How are you? Welcome, welcome. All right, that's dry. And I'm just going to take one of these little pouncers is what I use. And I'm just going to go around the edge of this hat and kind of age the edge of it. Kind of give it that more of an aged look. I like that aged vintage look around this outside edge. The kit is it is $10 for the 2 pieces plus shipping. And I do have a couple of others that are already cut out. I'm going to go along this edge too here. You're welcome. There we go. And I think I'm gonna see how that looks. I might take a paintbrush and go around that edge right there. All right, got that. This may be hot enough. And just blend this down. I coffee stained this microfiber rag. I like this stuff. Kind of gives it a furry. I used it on something I made. A couple snowmen, and I used it. I made some snowmen with it. This edge is really good. Hello, Grace. We're going to trim this down. I'm not going to get too picky about it, but how are you tonight? Hope you had a good day. I did, I can't remember her name now. Shoot. Anita with, I can't remember her name now. But I did one of her angels over the weekend. That was fun to do. One of her kits that I'd gotten. I think I bought it before Christmas, and I finally got it done. Just trim this up here a little. Missed a couple places along this edge. I want to make sure this is down really good. Yeah, 4N Designs. You're right, Lizette. I was like, I wanted to say that, but that didn't sound right. She has some really cute kits. She does, she has that, I think she has one of those laser cutters. This one was one of those spindle angels. And I did it kind of in honor of my mother-in-law. Okay. There we go. So now we're going to glue this, just like this on here. So this is what we got so far. Actually, I think I'm going to go around this edge with this and kind of grunge it up. The bad thing about this microfiber stuff is it tends to go everywhere. Sheds. But it makes good, like, fur or... Alright. Get this really good. There we go. got it in my ink pad. I got it everywhere, I think. And we're going to just glue that on there. Just like that. All right. We'll see you later, Lori. Thank you for popping on. I really want to make sure this is glued down really good. On this edge. That looks good. Oh. So that's how it looks so far. With our little fuzzy rim. And now, I think I'm just going to use my little, we're going to make a little bow for the little pom-pom at the top. Glue that up. And I have my mini Bodabra that I'm going to use, and I've got a couple kinds of fabric here. And that I'm going to use, and I have this piece of jute rope. Thank you, Tina. And this is, I have had this fabric for years. I think I got it many years ago at Walmart or somewhere. But I want to say that it's a homespun, so I'm wondering if it originally came from Jubilee Fabrics, because it kind of reminds me of their fabrics, their homespun fabrics that they carry, but I'm not positive. Like I said, I've had it a long time, and I know, and it is a homespun, but that's kind of what it reminds me of is there. I'm going to tear a couple of these for our bow. I don't want it too big. And then I got some muslin that I've also coffee stained and baked. Come off of me. Yeah, so do I, Tina. I like that homespun look. I think I'm gonna, these aren't very big. I think I want one more of those. Alright, so we're gonna get this. This is pretty easy to use. I'm going to start with the colored one, little plaid fabric first. You just figure out how, because my hat isn't very big, I'm not going to make it, the loops very big. And then I'm going to go this way. Like this. I do have the bigger Bodabra, and I just love them. Yeah, their fabric, I love their fabric. I placed an order just before Christmas and got a bunch. That I'm using up. Put some more of this in there. And it's a really nice fabric. Their fabric is a good quality fabric too. Alright. Then I have, this is Tablescape from Hobby Lobby. It's kind of like a gauze. And I coffee stained it, and I like to put it in there just for something different texture. Oh, bummer. That's too bad, Tina. I was checking, a lady was wanting a snowman kit that I have, and she found out I lived in Iowa. I was checked into shipping, and my goodness, it was going to be outrageous. Yeah, I think I want to cut that, and then I'm going to go, I think I want this last piece in there. Of course, I said I didn't want this very big, and I think it's going to be bigger than what I had planned. Oh well. I think it'll be fine. I think it'll look cute. Let's see. Well. Yes, I do, Lizette. I use them both quite a bit. I do tend, lately I've been using the bigger one because my projects are bigger, but if it's something smaller, I do like it. I haven't had them actually very long, but I'm glad I invested. In fact, I started out with the mini and wound up getting the bigger one because I like the mini one so well. Hello, Cheryl. How are you? And I think we'll go one more time, and I think that's it. And I may add some Excelsior in here. We'll tie this up. Hello, Petra. Okay, where's the other end of my jute? Get this tied down really tight. Trim this. our cute little bow here. And I think I have some buttons here. I'm going to put a button. Get this on here. Right about there, I think. Thank you, Tina. Our cute little pom-pom here. Yeah. It wound up working out perfect. So there we go with our little bow. Oops. And I think I'm going to look for a little button. I don't know what color here. Let's see. Thank you. Thank you. I think I want it to kind of pop. So I'm thinking I want this little tan color. Yes, I do. Anything I make, I do sell. Yeah, I think I want that little button right there. Just like that. There we go. Just our simple little snow hat. It was just a quick, simple little project tonight. I thought it turned out pretty cute. And I do have a set of mittens, but they're really big, and so I think I'm gonna maybe making them smaller to kind of go with the cute little hat, make it a little set, but right now I just have this. But anyway, that's all I have tonight. I will be going live. I'm going to start going live on Thursdays at 11. And this cute little snowman and reindeer that I'm going to be doing, that is also a kit. And I'll be on at 11 Central. And then, of course, if you can't, there's always a replay. And then, of course, I'll still be coming on Friday at 6. So that's it for tonight. Just our simple little snow hat. So thank you guys for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it. And thank you guys. Thank you. Hello, Betty. So that's it. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening. And hopefully I'll see you on Thursday. And you guys have a wonderful night and a wonderful week. Bye, guys.